So Nene opens with this clownery. The clown has come back to bite. All you missing is a red nose. This is giving a bozo. Oh Lord, Nene, what are you doing, Nene? Okay, we got one of the heifers from Bossip here, but why aren't you spilling the tea? Like, Bossip should be giving you the stories to cover. It shouldn't be their managing editor. Like, shout out to the managing editor, but we're trying to big up Nene. I ain't calling her Nene no more. Nene is gone. This is Nene. Do I like Bossip? I enjoy Bossip, but I wish they would put more substance into their stories than alliterations in their headlines. And I love an alliteration, but y'all have beat it to death. You really gonna get out here and say, sometimes we fact check if we can? You're not journalism, you're a blog. And not even a very good one. At this stage, y'all should be fact checking. So we talking about Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour. That ain't gossip. That ain't a hot topic, especially with the low ticket sales. Misa suing Mary J. This is week-old tea. I might get mold poisoning from sipping something this ancient. We don't want the tea that's been left out on the windowsill. So then we mentioned that Michelle Obama watches Housewives or reality TV, more 2-week-old tea, and we asked Nene, oh, well, I've got a lot of famous people that watch me because when I was on, people were really watching the show. That's true. When you were on, people were really watching the show. I wish people would really watch the show again because it's sad. I miss when we were all together with some. But let's switch gears and talk about dating and age gap relationships. So first we say, Tracy likes to date younger men because 52-year-old men her age can be toxic. But then we go right to Shannon Sharp and a teen. Look, it's one thing to be 52 and date somebody 32, somebody else who's grown. We ain't talking about a teen. Don't put them in the same breath. Now we ask Nene, would you forgive a heifer like Portia for saying she gonna sleep with your man? Nene said that's a bit much for me. I don't mess with that. However, she downplays the fact that Angela has been courted by housewives for all these years. She's like, sometimes they just want to talk to you. You could have been a friend. Nene, you are just, I don't want to say bitter, but it's giving bitter. What do you think about Mia coming on the show after she quit Potomac? And so, they make fun of her quitting, but she keeps saying, well, I don't watch the show. Then stop asking Nene about a show she don't freaking watch. I don't want Mia on anything. After that dry segment and a piss poor transition, here comes Tamar. So Nene asked first, are you following me? Because you'll unfollow and block somebody in a minute. Yeah, I'm following you. She is now, but you two will fall out like penny out of purse. Tamar told Nene she's not neighborly, and I believe that. I believe first season Nene with the original nose was neighborly. New nose Nene, She moved by Nene and said, girl, I need a drink. Can I come by your bar and get some vodka? Nene said, I'm on my way out. So Nene don't like having company. I wouldn't want to go over your house. Nene could hear Tamar and James singing at her house. James, the sissy that sued Alexis Sky, he sued somebody. So they both live by Metro Booming, and this is Tamar first time finding out. So Nene, Tony, and Tamar had a great lunch at Houston's, and Tony is apparently very private like Nene. We're really asking Tamar what it was like to grow up. She's had a reality show. We know about the formative years. What the hell is this hair? Why is it lifting? Why do we have this Christmas tree skirt of baby hair? Why? Tasha Scott wrote a Tamar Braxton song that Nene wanted sung at Greg's Repass. Also, are we going to have to bring him up every episode? Because I feel like it's not the Nene show, it's the Widow's Hour. Nene, we need to hear a story about you back when you had your period and started it at Tamar's birthday weekend party. You wasn't getting to nobody's pool. You all done had children. Like, okay, like, we're talking about, like, what are we, 15? Slap a pad on it and call it macaroni. You put a used pad in your purse because you didn't want to throw it out and take by itself. Oh my God. When used sanitary napkins is the only story you have, maybe write a different one. Ask her about her life. We didn't need to reminisce about pads in the purse. I couldn't think of anything worse than a pad in the purse. I'd rather deal with a merce. She's talking pads in a purse. What could be any worse? Don't tell me about your pad. Use pad in a purse. Put it in the bottom of the kitchen trash and call it a damn day. Don't put that shit in your purse. Take it home. I didn't want them to know this. Well, sweetie, we didn't want to know this either. Thank you for thrusting upon us against our will. I did not consent. I did not consent. Girl, you bringing up Vince like she ain't had 3-4 different men since him. What happened to Colonel Sanders? What happened to Colonel Sanders? Now they talk about Champagne. This interview is Champagne. Let me up the speed since y'all ain't talking about nothing. Tamar asked Nene if she's exclusive with her situationship, and she says, well, I was exclusive. I don't think he was exclusive. So Nene said, well, I got to be careful speaking about Atlanta. I got to keep it 75, not 100, because I'll get further keeping it 75. That's true. So now Tamar talks about how important it was for the Braxtons to be a representation of Black women on TV. But didn't WeTV swindle you and Vince out of the deal? Because you want to say you were producing it, but then you boycotted the damn show, leaving us with Phaedra Braxton. So what is the truth? Because they didn't know what they were doing, even though Vince is Gaga's manager, they ended up giving WeTV the show. But now they've got it back. What? Nene said she was supposed to do the reel, but ended up not doing it, and they got Lonnie Love instead. Oh, God. Tamar's like, I had a hand in creating the show. I wish you would have told me, because I wouldn't have cast Big Bad Cadillac. Girl, you still mad at Lonnie Love. I can't wait till you get your hate on for Hepa Burris. She said, shit, if you'd come on the show to been on its 10th season, but we had a snake in the grass and a thief in the temple. Serpents of the church. Girl, she said, well, I've done a lot of work with Lonnie. I recently did the Oscars. She got kid heels on. Tamar, that's not the read. You're not eating. You're not eating. Are you eating off of any work that you're doing? You sitting here for free on Nene. Oh, God, this is back when Nene was doing comedy and farted up on stage, and we never heard that crap again. So how'd you exit the reel? I don't know. It wasn't even in production. So they fired you on your off day. So she knows that Lonnie had multiple meetings about her, but because WeTV's kissing her ass now, she don't want to go there. What the hell is up with this head? This wig ain't sitting right. Or extensions or whatever. Do you think down the road you and Lonnie will repair? For what? For what? You like being mad at her. Candy, all right, what's you and Candy's problem? Candy, if you watching, and you know you watching, Candy ain't got time. Candy got a successful relationship. Candy ain't got time. Candy got babies and a man. We don't have an issue with you. We're not jealous of you. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We celebrate your success, but you got to be a better person. How is she not a good person? Oh, God, now she's doing things behind the scenes and lying. She ain't got time to worry about a peasant or a peon. To manipulate the public opinion, to have people thinking we're really coming after you and you're not. That's not right. Because you have a public's opinion because it's so easy because of the character you've created on Housewives. You mean being who the fuck she is? Nene said, I'd love to sit down with Candy. Yeah, because you need some guests. However, Tamar won't sit with her until she says she's sorry and she's not done anything. I wish her and her kid Hills well. She's going to get married again. Good luck with that. Ha! Tamar said, your boyfriend looked like a stud. Now we got a story about a heifer that didn't have sex for 4 years and apparently it grew back where she couldn't. Yeah, I think we can end it here. This is stupid. This is stupid. I was hoping that there would be valuable conversation here, but I don't know why. I thought I was going to get something decent out of Tamar. Well, I'm going to see you soon for Housewives of Miami.